YouTuber Retro Force.
What's going on, YouTube? It is Saturday, so let's drop video. Oh man. So, I wanted to talk a little bit today about the GameStop retro scene and how, really in the last month or so, it seems to kind of have already dipped off. So, as a lot of you know, about 2-3 months ago, maybe a little longer now, GameStop announced that they were building a retro section in most of their stores, and we kind of took a look at that, but we're going to look a little bit more today. But I have noticed that at one point there was many, YouTube channels, social media and stuff that was showcasing all this new and improved retro GameStop, and it's kind of trailing off. So that can only tell me, a few things: that it's not doing as hot as people thought it was going to be doing, or it's just not taking off yet, and it could still be working on it. Or I'm just not in the know-how. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, kind of look at what I'm finding on YouTube and stuff like that. And yeah, I want to know your experiences and opinions about this in the comments below. But before we jump into it, I just wanted to talk about how I suggested GameStop do this years ago, it seems like now. And a lot of other people did too, to kind of save the store, because as a lot of us know, the store was starting to really trail off. I had announced that, in my local bigger city and here in Iowa, in Sioux City, at one point we had 3 or 4 of them. And the last few times that I've gone there, I think we're down to 1 store maybe in Sioux City or something. At least it seems like it anyways. And it just it was a really crappy store. Like Funkos and decor and just brand new games, so it wasn't anything amazing. So I suggested this a while back, that this is something they should have really pushed for. And yeah, so I was really surprised when they announced that they were going to do this. So let's jump on over. So I just simply went on YouTube and searched for GameStop Retro to kind of see what popped up. Now you're going to see a lot of similar channels. Obviously the more bigger channels are going to pop up, I think, on the algorithm first, because let's face it, sometimes YouTube makes it hard for the smaller channels like me to get seen, and the bigger channels obviously get more showtime. But first off the bat, you'll see a lot of JRPG Life, which I love that channel, by the way. If you guys are not familiar with their channel, go check them out. Very great channel, really down to earth people. Really enjoy it. So they went to every GameStop in their state, and I think at one time before this retro scene took off, I think they tried to do this as well. And then also, obviously, we got Jacob R, who does he did a bunch of DK oldies and a bunch of buying stuff. But then yeah, we got 8-bit joystick down here, which is kind of a smaller one. Spawn Wave talking about it, but you'll see a lot of these are 2 months ago. Mr. Rightway seems to be about the only channel that I follow anyways that is still continuing doing the GameStop retro videos. You can see here 2 months ago, 2 weeks ago, and then once again JRPG Live and 8-bit Joy-Con, or joystick, sorry. And then we have some shorts, and yeah, a couple more Mr. Rightway videos, retro video games pickups. Let's see, Gamer Almer, another channel. If you guys are not following, make sure you go check her out. A very great channel. It's all done games, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I mean, besides a few obvious channels, yeah, there's a few that are obviously popping up here a few more times that are still covering this. But as of lately, it just kind of seems like the hype's gone. So I went to check out the GameStop Retro online store, because I did the store locator, and as far as I know, there is not even a retro section in any of the stores that are even close to me. And what really surprised me when I pulled this up was this right here. So we got Embrace Nostalgia with Mod Retro Chromatic. I don't know, I probably said that wrong. But it blew my mind, because originally I just seen this. So on December 1st, they're going to be dropping a Mod Retro GameStop exclusive little Game Boy, it looks here. So I was going to look at to see what this was. So you could play Game Boy and Game Boy Color and chromatic cartridges in it. World's only sunlit readable backlit display. And it comes stock. Super scratch resistance. So I don't really know. Is this not like I thought maybe this was going to be like, you know, like a little retro pie or something like that, but it almost looks just like it's just a Game Boy that's way overpriced. Yeah, we'll have to look more into that down the road, but it honestly just looks like a modern day Game Boy that's overpriced. But who knows? Maybe I can reach out to them and talk to them a little bit more about something, but oh my god. Just looking at some of the stuff that they're doing with this company. Okay, it's blowing my mind. But they still have the retro gaming on their website, and we've talked about the pricing and everything in the past, and I think for the most part, it surprised me, anyways. But I know too, if they ever have extremely good deals, like they're used ones where it's usually like buy two get one free or buy one get one half off, or you know, that whole thing, that it's not actually that bad at prices compared to what they used to be. It's just, you know, your normal retail pricing. You know, nothing like GameStop related. Now, trade-in wise, I don't remember. We can look here. I don't know if they have. Did they have? Yeah, they did have a retro grade. And this is what they'll give you for the trade-in. So we just seen that they're gonna sell that Nintendo Wii Sports that you traded in. They'll give you $13.24, but they turned around and sold it for like $35. So typical GameStop fashion. So you know, but that's with any business, so we can't be too surprised by that. But that's just kind of the, yeah. You guys, I encourage you guys, if you guys get bored, to just go through this and look. I don't know. I was hoping they'd have some kind of deals coming up to see. They don't have a retro section in their deals, do they? No. No, just their typical. Okay. So has the GameStop Retro Hype really ended? I think it's simply just kind of slowed down. I know that in the beginning it was just kind of like, oh my god, they're actually doing it. They're going to focus on retro games. They're going to do all this. But I've had reports from a lot of people that they're really just kind of skipping back and doing, like, you know, Xbox 360, PS3, maybe PS2, Xbox and stuff like that. They really haven't focused a lot on this. And it's understandable, because if you think about it, it is really hard for them. They have to train their employees to be able to spot fake games. Because I've said it in the past, my local game store that's just a mom and pop store, she doesn't like to take like Game Boy Advance games, especially if they're rare, like Pokemon games. Because nowadays it is so, you know, kind of easy to be able to make fake copies of games. And so I think it'd be kind of hard to train some of these guys on, okay, is this real? Is this fake? But I do think in the future that if GameStop really wanted to kind of up their game, they really need to keep going on this retro scene. God, I'm trying to think. I think it was JRPG Life, actually, that I watched, that GameStop had a booth at a con where they were specifically selling mostly retro games. Really cool. It seemed like a really cool employee. And yeah, it was just something cool to see. And I think if they really did stuff like that, got back out there, make sure that they keep putting on these good deals, so that way people can keep continuing to see them. But I mean, in the end, should you be purchasing games from GameStop? It's all up to you guys. That's not what this video is about, and I have my own opinions on it. And like any business, if you get the good deals, then cool, but sometimes it's hard to find them. But if you're just looking for a certain game, I mean, GameStop is an option to always go after. I'm not saying don't go there, like you know, but when it comes down to it, it is an option to go to. So if you guys really need a game and GameStop has it, by all means, guys, spend a couple extra bucks to get it. But I want to know, like I said, down below if you guys have had any experiences shopping at GameStop Retro yet, whether it be online or simply in store. I know a few of my buddies have been able to get to their local game stores and they've actually had a retro section, but they're not really that big on it yet. I think it needs to be pushed a little more. But I've also noticed that a lot of the GameStops are starting to get smaller and smaller and smaller, so maybe they're not able to actually invest too much in their store itself. But I can see that down the road too, they start doing kind of like the Goodwill thing, and when they get the games in, they actually send it off to like a warehouse, and that's like their online dealership. So then they can mark everything up there. But like I said, I want to know in the comments below what you guys think about that. What you think about that? But yeah, I'm just, in summary, ending up here. I hope you guys have had a great week, and if you made it this far in the video, you kind of know this near the last minute or so is just my thank you to everybody and kind of tell you what's going on. I'm going to start my run tonight, so we're going to be working on some videos here pretty soon. I got a good list of ideas to work on. And as always, guys, if you have not checked out the Super Retro Force channel that I'm a part of, big team have got retro-themed videos and some modern stuff thrown in there too. But you can go to the description below and check that channel out. There's a lot of great creators on there that you guys are bound to find at least a few channels to love, if not every single one. And the Super Retro Force channel itself you'll love. I guarantee it if you like retro stuff. But that being said, guys, I hope you're having a great week. I hope you're having a great weekend. I hope this message finds you well. And yeah, as always, stay retro, my friends, and we'll see you in the next video. God bless.
Super Retro Force.